Welcome back. Santa's elves have packed their bags and are ready to make the trip to your house for the Christmas holiday season. But what will it take to get them here? Well, joining us now is one of Santa's helpers, Chief Elf Officer Piper Worthington. Good morning to you, Piper.
Good
Glad
morning.
you're here.
How are you?
You have a
Got
jingle
my,
and
brought
jangle
my
as
friends
well.
from the North Pole with me. Santa sent them down this morning.
I'm really excited about this, bringing elves into our house to have a little elf magic during the holidays. How do we get started?
Well, you got to write a letter to Santa and put out crackers and water, and an elf will magically appear. Just ask Santa for an elf, and an elf will show up.
Now, why crackers and water?
Well, they eat crackers because it sounds like crunching snow, and water is melted North Pole snowflakes.
Oh, okay. So we write the letter to send to Santa saying we would like to have an elf come visit.
Absolutely.
And then after Santa gets it, then the crackers
You know, when
and
when
lure 'em in.
the crackers and water will lure them in, but they might not show up. It might take a while. They've got to finish their jobs at the North Pole before they can leave. Then they'll show up, and then every night after that, you sprinkle it. You feed them every night their crackers and water. That's their favorite food, and they bring their own magical North Pole snowflakes with them, and you sprinkle them every night with snowflakes. And while everybody's asleep, they might get up and get into a little mischief, but you play with them all day long, carry them to school. They love to go hang around with you, but then at night they get a little mischievous, and they can be found everywhere from the ceiling fan to have toilet papered, or sometimes they clean up the kitchen for mom. They do whatever.
Why do they do that?
They just kind of like to move around at night. They just, that's what they're known for.
So if a child takes the elf to bed and cuddles them, maybe they won't be so mischievous?
Well, they're really small, and they are kind of afraid that you might roll over on them. They really like to be in the kitchen and kind of be left where somebody might not roll over on them.
Gotcha.
But and then it's kind of hard for them to sneak out of the bedroom. They don't want to wake you up, so they usually stay in the kitchen.
Now we have several elves here. Which elves are actually going to come visit?
A 10-inch elf magic elf will come, and they come in their own elf-sized Santa sack. So when they hide every night, you have to find them the next morning. So when they come and they have the Santa sack with them, when you find them in the morning, they have a Santa sack. There might be a small gift inside, but it's got to be small enough to fit in their elf-sized Santa sack. And then they bring also tips from Santa on how to take care of their elf, to remind
that's great.
the kids. It tells them everything to do, and where, if they can't find it, where some good places to look might be.
Because Santa's going to need these elves back after Christmas is coming
Christmas
on.
Eve, he picks them up, and they help him deliver all of the toys all over the world. And then they stay and they make the toys all year long.
And some kids have been wondering how Santa gets into the house. Well, the elf maybe lets him in.
Opens the door and lets him right in, and then helps him put the toys out, and hops on his sleigh and goes on back and helps him deliver all the rest of the toys.
Now, how did all this get started? As far as finding out that elves were available to come visit during the holidays.
When my sister and I were small, we wrote a letter to Santa and asked if we could have an elf. It's over 50 years ago. We won't do the math there, but they came to my house, and then when my children were born, they wrote letters to Santa, and then they told their friends, who they started writing letters to Santa, and all of a sudden there were so many letters being written that Santa said, "Can you help me?"
Yeah.
So I'm helping him just find homes for elves, and just spreading the word, and getting more elves out there, and telling people how they can get their own elf.
Now they usually only make the trip with one set of clothes, but you're helping out as far as
well, the
making
elves,
sure they have
the elves
a
at the
whole
North
wardrobe.
Pole got tired of just wearing, the same old thing all the time. So they have the Elf School of Fashion and Design, and so they have a new line of clothes called Forever Elf Fashions, and they're called Elf Fits. And so they have a whole line, anything from snow skiing,
I like
or
that one.
snowboarding with their little gloves and a hat, and then from Santa's favorite website, it's elf-magic.com. They can download the snowboards or snow skis and make their own little snowboards and snow skis for this outfit. And then there's a hockey outfit, but it's the winter games that they play at the North Pole. And
that's what they're used to.
Yeah. So we've got a lot of new little outfits this year, with some little boots and a new coat with a hat, and so they pajamas, of course, and a sleeping bag. So there's bedtime for anything, and then there's a closet. This is called a snow case, and it's got a closet in it, and it's got a drawer for their snowflakes, and the little place to hang two coat hangers to hang their little outfits on. And so this has got a a great little carrying case to keep the elf and all the goodies in.
So you can take them around town
Yeah.
as you're out and about.
Yeah.
Now I'm curious, when the elf, after he's made, or he or she's made that initial appearance or visit, does the same elf return every year?
Oh, absolutely. Every elf comes with their own name, and the same elf comes back every year. So
Fantastic.
our elves still come back every year and make a little appearance, and they can even come back for birthdays, special occasions. They might show up on vacation in the suitcase because they've never been to the beach, and they love traveling. So Santa, if they've done a good job at the North Pole and the parents don't mind, then he'll let them come back.
Well, Piper, this is fantastic. I'm glad you came in this morning to share this with us.
Well,
and
thank you
let
for
us know
having
how we
us.
can bring an elf into our home this
well,
year.
Santa loves hearing from all the kids, so just send him a letter and be sure and let him know what everybody wants for Christmas also.
We definitely will. I have a 7-year-old that would probably love to have an elf come visit
Well,
this year.
just tell him to write a letter to Santa.
I will.
He'll get one.
And
I'll make sure.
Let's put your website on the screen too. It's
elf-magic.com.
That's where you can
Yes.
find more information about how to get the elves to come visit you this holiday season. Piper, thanks again
well,
for visiting.
thank you
We
so
appreciate
much.
it. We'll take a short break. Oh, before we go, tell Santa I've been good since you're, one of his
I'll
chief
I'll make
officers
sure.
and all.
Jingle and jangle. Will y'all tell Santa he's been good?
Thank you. We'll take a short break and be back with more WDEF News 12 this morning in just a moment.